Hey everybody, BK Stunt here, and I am sitting in the attacker spawn room of Temple of Anubis. What we're going to do with these videos, I'll have a video for each map in the game Overwatch, is that we're going to go through each map, map by map, for a general overview of what to expect in them, common pathways, choke points, alternate pathways, and health pickups. And we're going to start out with Temple of Anubis. As I mentioned, this is the attacker spawn room. And once the game starts, this door, that big door right there, and this door will all open, and the map and the match has begun. The attackers spawn in this giant sand crawler thing. Pretty cool. And they need to head to the first control point on this map. Now, Temple of Anubis is a capture map. It's got two separate capture zones, point A and point B. So point A is the first one you're going to go to. The defenders obviously have a minute before you to set up, and they are likely going to be right past this first choke point right here. Anubis is one of the tougher maps to crack. Back in the early days of Overwatch, people were having a very, very tough time getting past this choke point, because that right there is the only way to control point A. These two archways right here. And, you know, you get a good defensive team setting up right there, and it's pretty rough. But people have come up with lots of strategies since then, a little easier. The first thing that I should point out is this little structure right here actually has a small health kit in it if you need it. More importantly, off to the left and to the right of the choke point are two big health packs. So, I mean, the attacking team should very well use these to heal themselves up if needed. Now, there's a couple ways you can approach this. If you got a character like Genji or Diva even, you can actually go up. You can wall climb up here if you want to, or Pharah. You can sit up here, you can attack if you wish. Genji and other characters can actually zoom right over here. That's one way that you can approach this. The second way is right past the archways are these rooms to the left and right. Now to the left, as you can see, we got an empty room. Leads out into this area. There's a large health pack right there. That's very handy. And these stairs lead right up to this first location where the defenders are likely set up. You'll often see Bastion or Torbjorn up here. This is a good turret location. It overlooks right there. You often see the defenders right down here, like a Junkrat or a Reinhardt or what have you. So this is one way to kind of get to the side of them. They will likely be expecting that, of course. The other way is to go right. As you can see, there's a small health kit. This is a very, very cramped room, though. I mean, you get some Junkrat grenades in here or mines, and you're going to get hurt. But this leads to another choice. You can go straight ahead to control point A, which is right there by the fountain. In the game, it will have a ring around it. Or to the right are these set of stairs. Now, there's two different staircases up here. This first one leads to an empty room. And this bridge, which again lets you overlook the common defender position right there. Or you can keep going up into this large room right here. There's a large health kit, very, very handy. And this platform, which overlooks the objective. Now, the defensive team, for their part of this map, they have a lot of options. You, of course, want to hold the choke point if you can. Very important. These small rooms right here, you know some attackers are going to try to make their way to the room. This one's more common. You often see somebody like Symmetra putting her turrets up in here. You get 4 or 5 turrets in here. They're going to zap whoever comes in here. You'll see Junkrat traps. You'll see mines. You'll see all sorts of things in the doorways trying to protect the alternate routes through here. Snipers have a very good position right here. You can see it overlooks the entryway. They're away from the action. You got this little place right here. Some characters can get to and overlook things. And I mean, that's what you can expect the defensive team to do. They can also set up here or right there. They can put turrets and whatnot right here or back behind here. This is just a small little hallway you can use. To the right, there is a small health pack right here, but these two rooms are just, another place to battle in. Mostly helpful for the attacking team to try to get out of fire and find other ways to get to the control point. One more thing I want to show off is that this location here, if you go through this way, that those holes up there, some characters can actually get up there, like Gingy and his wall run or Farah. This leads to a platform right here, and if you're the attacking team and you can get here without anybody noticing you, like say a Gingy wall runned up here while everyone is trying to hold the point over there, you can easily get behind their line of defense. Coming this way, you can attack, you can take the point, you can draw people away. So that's pretty easy with agile characters. Once you do capture this point, this room right here will unlock. It will become the new spawn point for the attackers, and their next objective will be to capture control point B, of course. So let's head there right now. This is the main pathway, of course. This is the temple where control point B is at. Boy, that is very pretty, isn't it? That is just beyond picturesque. To your right, you have a small market area, I guess. There's plenty of places to go in here. There's actually a health kit back here, large health kit if you need it. To the left, there's some buildings. You don't see much action over here from what I've experienced, but you can, like if the defensive team is really holding out right here at the front, which isn't very likely, I might add. You could see some fighting going on back here, or back in these rooms over here. Not very often. If the defensive team has like a Gingy or a Tracer that are trying to run interference, that's where you'll see the most play over there. But for the most part, the attacking team wants to take this temple. So you of course have this front door, which is often the worst way you could possibly go. I mean, it's a clear shot. This is the control point, by the way. This large area right here. There will be a ring around it. And as you can see, it's a clear shot to where they're coming in at. There's not very many places to go. You got a small health kit back here, and you got a lot of drop-off points on your march forward. You can drop down here, you can drop down there, but they're going to be set up right here. It's going to be fortified heavily, to say the least. So what you can do instead, or what you can do in addition to even, let's point this out really quick. This small platform right here, some characters can get to. I mean, you're out in the open for sure. There's lots of different small platforms everywhere you look. Blizzard has so many places you can sit up. But I mean, you're exposed pretty thoroughly. But if you can get some kills in, fantastic. Alternate paths to the left and to the right. Let's go to the right first. You'll see it's pretty narrow, pretty cramped. This is good to guard with Junkrat even. There's some ledges up here that you can get onto if your character is able. Gives you a somewhat blocked overview of the control point. You can jump this. You can get down here and go around. So now you're trying to flank the control point. But what you really need to be careful of is the defensive team is going to zone in from this spawn room. This is their spawn room. They can go down here, and just a couple of turns, they're right back on the control point. They can hurt you from there. Or the other way is the other side right here. So they got a pretty easy path to their control point B. But that is the right path. It's cramped, but there's a lot of options for getting up here. Like a Reaper could get up here with his ultimate and drop down on the enemy team, doing massive damage. I mean, there's some options here. And don't forget, underneath this bridge is another large health pack. That's very helpful. So let's go back and see what the left path has to offer. Pretty narrow, but it opens up to the right, where the main walkway is, and more importantly, to the left is this large room here. There's a small health pack right there, but this is a large fighting area, If no one's guarding it, you can get up here, you can get on to the side of the defensive team, do some work. There's also a doorway right here that leads underneath the main bridge if you need to get that health pack. And that is a general overview of the Temple of Anubis. Before we leave, there is a small little area right here. So you'll see lots of times defensive characters putting turrets down right here. You could see a bastion right here. These corners right here are popular places for bastions to be because they can sit out of cover, or in cover rather, and mow people down as they come in. It's a surprise. They're trying to surprise you. Try not to fall for it. This is another good place for a turret or a bastion or something like that. But yeah, that is a general overview for the Temple of Anubis. This is a very pretty location. 2 capture control point map. Lots of options to get through. Some major choke points, of course, especially that first choke point right there. That's the biggest one by far. But I hope this guide has helped you get more familiar with the map in general. I mean, the more you play it, the more you'll be comfortable with it and understand it. But that is a general overview. So I'm going to let you guys have at it and keep having fun on Overwatch. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.